Before we get started, I would appreciate if you guys hit that like and subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm. Today we have the initial thoughts, or my initial thoughts, for the new hero Rogan. Uh, Before we get into my thoughts, I am going to briefly go over his skills real quick. So we'll start off with the last passive here, or Path Roar. This passive right here is probably the most beneficial passive out of his entire kit. It's even better than his active, somewhat. I mean, just because of the speed at the start can really swing the matches into your favor. So his passive says, when the battle starts, increase all allies 20 speed and 20% of crit damage for 2 rounds. Assassin allies enjoy double the bonus. When a round ends, increase all allies 20% of attack and 10% of crit chance for 2 rounds. And again, assassin allies enjoy double the bonus. So this ability does stack with multiple Rogans. This means that you can possibly get 80 extra speed in the first 2 rounds on your assassins if you run a double Rogan setup. This means all your other heroes would be getting 40 speed, and this enables you to be able to run a Demon Bell Russell, depending on where your light statues are compared to other people's dark statues. You might be able to get away with running one Rogan if your light speed statues are high enough. For me personally, for me to run Demon Bell Rogan, I need to run, not Demon Bell Rogan, Demon Bell Russell. I need to have 2 Rogan in my team to get that 40 speed to be able to be faster than energy carries, because that is the biggest threat to energy Russell. Because you're pretty much playing off that entire active in the second round and be able to capitalize in that second round extra damage to be able to end the game or end the match. Let's go on to his next passive though. Let's stop talking about team compositions for now. Basic attacks target the enemy with the lowest HP, dealing 260% attack damage, and crit is guaranteed if the target's HP is lower than 50%. Deals an extra damage equal to 20% of the target's lost HP. Damage caps to 1500% of Rogan's attack, and he restores 30% of his, or 30 HP equal to 30% of the damage dealt. So this, his damage really is not that high from his basic attacks. It does a couple million, but his damage won't be reflected in the end game battle report because he doesn't do a whole lot of damage. He really doesn't. But he does do enough damage where it will finish off a hero. And this is just his attack percent, his HP percent, crit damage percent, damage reduction, and speed passive. Not going to talk about that one. But for his active does hit twice. So you do pop 2 layers of Unbending Will when you hit it. And then you have an extra damage portion for the lost HP, so this can actually count as 3 hits. So you can finish off heroes with him activating on, or using an active on a hero if they are really low and they're basically in his execute range. Also, when he does his active, he gives 2 random allies Bloodthirsty, which means that when a hero releases an active skill or basic attacks, they will deal an extra damage equal to 20% of the target's lost HP. So this works really, really, really well for Russell. When Russell goes up into the air and he has this Bloodthirsty ability, he can absolutely Shrek the entire enemy team. Especially if they're like below 50% HP already, then it's going to be even more damage. But I have found that running Rogan in combo with Russell, you're going to be popping Unbending Wills from full HP, and then you're going to just be ticking them away with your light arrows. It's actually very beneficial to remove Unbending Will in the first 2 rounds. That way you have an easier time to kill heroes and finish them off. Um, Now I've read his skills, let's go ahead and talk about where I think Rogan fits in the meta. I think Rogan has been able to benefit teams, especially assassin teams, and making them a little bit more relevant. I have tested triple Athaqua. Uh, you can, as you can see from the intro that I had, it can do pretty crazy things. However, I will warn you guys that that triple Thakwa team is inconsistent as anything. It does not have a super high win rate. So just keep that in mind. That team was just for fun. I was just messing around with it and it was fun to watch, but it is definitely not the best team. We're not in a all assassin meta like everyone's saying. I think that is overhyped, to be honest. Um, but I will say that the meta is very, very, very diverse. There's a lot of teams out there that have high win rates. Um, I have tried multiple teams on my server that have high win rates against a bunch of teams, and then there's like one team that just absolutely stomps the team that I had. That's very common for a lot of teams in the current meta. Um, but let's go ahead and talk about Rogan and what team I have kind of been using with him. This team that I've been using does not include Drake. It does not include Russell. So it will be kind of relevant to the people that saved 2,000 scrolls and did not go for Drake. So this will maybe, I don't know, if you guys want to use your scrolls for Rogan, maybe you can watch this and make the decision for yourself. But the team that I will be using does have 3 carries, so keep that in mind. I am also going to be using a Sherlock. So let's go ahead and go with the gear that I have for the team that I'm going to be using. So this first team here, I got a Speed HP Stone, SS1. I'm going to be using a Lucky Candy Bar Radiant version. I'm going to be using Full Mage here. I got speed enables with actually I am running resilience on him. I have found that Sherlock doesn't necessarily need purify. It definitely can help, but there are times when Sherlock gets below 35% HP and he has no way to heal himself except for HP swap. But if he's already below 35% HP, he won't HP swap. So you gotta get yourself above that 35% HP. So that is kind of why I'm running resilience on the Sherlock. For the next hero we're going to be using, I have a Garuda here with a holy damage attack stone. You can go holy damage HP attack also. We go in crown here with HP enables. And then for our Rogan here, we are going to go with a holy damage attack HP stone with a 2-2 split and a crown. And I'm going to go with HP enable and an attack enable. I will keep in mind that you can run Rune's Power here for the extra HP and some damage reduction. Both of these are very, very, very viable. You can also run Demon Bell with a speed HP stone or a speed attack stone for a little bit more finishing ability in the first round if your team is that abusive. There's many different builds I've tested on him. You can go A and B, you can go Demon Bell, you can go Rui, you can go Crown, you can go Ruin's Power. But the most beneficial stones I found are probably the HP based ones. If you do want to go damage on your, if you are running 2 Rogans, you can set up your second Rogan to have attack or an attack holy damage, just for a little bit of extra execute damage. But it's not necessarily needed. A lot of times you just want to keep your Rogan alive and get those buffs rolling out for your team. For our next heroes, we got, as I said, we're going 3 triple carry here. We got Ranger, we got A and B here. Standard setup. I'm not going to go to enables for all of them, but they'll run this. This one's going to have a Radiant Demon Bell, and the other one, and the third one's going to have a and B. So I'm running 2 A and B carries and 1 Demon Bell carry. And that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that is 6 heroes. So let's go ahead and go into my Crystal Crown League. I will mention this. I am not using Rogan in my current CCL team. I am testing out right now, and I'm in the middle of testing out this team right here, a triple Sherlock, triple Carrie. So keep an eye out. I will be making a video on this team later on. I am in the middle of doing testing for this team, but I have completed my testing for this team with Rogan, and I found it to be very, very good. So let's go ahead and set it up. I'm going to use the Phoenix pet here, pop all these out, make sure we got the right carries here, and we got Rogan and Garuda. And let's go ahead and watch a couple fights here. I'm not going to show too many fights. I'll probably skip around a little bit. But I will say that what Rogan does for your team is he helps you win the carry game. So for example, my team is actually, my carries are actually slower than this guy's carries. However, my Rogan is allowing me to be faster than his carries, and it's actually very beneficial. We just lost our Garuda there. That's a little unfortunate. This actually might not go well, this fight right here. Russell is very good. Yeah, so we're probably gonna lose this one. Yep, so let's go ahead. We'll fight him again. Probably get a little bit better RNG here. Yeah, we drained the energy on the Russell this time, so he won't be able to go in the air in the first round. But as I was saying, Rogan allows you to, or it helps you win the carry game, especially if you are behind in your Celestial Island speeds. He gives your team 20 extra speed, so he allows you to get that extra early round pressure. So yeah, let's see. We're not getting any doves out from our Sherlock right now. It's a little unfortunate. But we did finish one of the carries. His Russell is in the air. Hopefully we will get our Garuda active here. Now the basic benefit of Rogan here is to give us our attack buffs from him, from his third passive. So our Garuda will be doing extra damage here. And there we go. We just annihilated him and Garuda went off. So as long as this team's Garuda stays alive, we will win the carry. We'll most likely win the carry game and be able to finish off the heroes with the Garuda. And then Sherlock is kind of there just for HP swaps and doving. The reason why I run Glittery Candy Bar right now is because there are a lot of Sherlocks on my server now. So I'm finding that it is very beneficial to have your own Sherlock with a Glittery Candy Bar, just so your own Sherlock can't get doved. I have found that to be very beneficial. Alright, so our Garuda is going to heal here a little bit from that carry kill. His Bell Rain went down, and are we going to get HP swap? Nope, our Sherlock did die, but we got an active here, and we finish off. Let's go ahead and fight this guy. So this guy pretty much has the exact same team as me, except he's going to be running one more carry. I'm going to be running a Rogan. This guy, once again, he has Celestial Island speeds higher than me. So typically this team, if I don't have a Rogan, it can be very oppressive for me, especially since he has 4 A and B carries on his team. I could probably actually be running a deer right now. I think, Both are acceptable running Deer or Phoenix on this team. I think it really depends on what your personal preference is. If you want a little bit more extra damage in these rounds, or do you just want to get that sustain for your Rogan and your Sherlock, because the Deer heal does help your Sherlock out a lot. And there you go. That Rogan hit right there just kind of gave a good example of how of a finisher hero he can be. He kind of has that Drake kind of thing where Drake will help you finish kill heroes. Rogan has that ability. So now we just got to deal with his 4 carries here, and hopefully we can win. I think we will. Hopefully. Because these carries can be quite annoying sometimes. Got to kill that 1 carry, and there we go. So we have the damage report right here. So yeah, so Rogan actually did a decent amount of damage here. He did 20 million. Sherlock at 17, Groot at 18. But yeah, so essentially what Rogan did for me is he helped me win the carry game in the early round to be able to defeat his team. Simple as put, that's what a single Rogan does for you. A single Rogan allows you to have that ability to affect the carry game. You can push heroes that are typically not faster than carries and make them faster than carries. Let's go ahead and find someone else. Let's see here. So this guy's got a Drake and a double Gruda. Once again, my carries are going to be pretty much no matter what fastest in the first 2 rounds. So we are going to win the carry game. We already got our DM on to hit one of his Grudas, and we got a dove on his other Gruda. So far, looking really good so far. And we took out his Drake already. We stacked up DMs on his Grudas once again. And 1 Gruda goes down. And Rogan just killed that carry. We got 1 Gruda left and the 2 dead carries, and there you go. And there's a win there. So I'm going to go ahead and just go red on my server, and let's just smash around. So this guy, his Russell probably popped off. Smash him again. Yep, there we go. Usually I'll win this. If he wins, it's pretty much he got lucky. This guy has a pretty good team here. This guy actually has a double Rogan. I forgot about that. So let's go ahead and fight this guy. So we got a single Rogan versus double Rogan here. He has so he's running 2 Rogans to be able to run a Russell with a Demon Bell. That's essentially what he's doing here. And my Rogan gets killed by his Russell. His Sherlock, though, is now below 35% HP, so it's not going to be able to HP swap. Do we keep our energy? We do keep our energy. I think our Garuda is going to end the match here. Oh, pretty close to it. We're gonna have an HP swap here from the. Nope, Sherlock did not have a mini well, so we did not get that HP swap. Can we drain the energy from that Russell? No, we can't. This is actually not looking too good for me. Hopefully we can stay alive here. Actually, I think we'll be fine. I think we will be fine. I don't know if his Russell is going to really be able to handle this Garuda, to be honest. There we go. Carrie's death passive just killed his Russell, and we should win this. Yep, there we go. So there is one match of a double Rogan with a Demon Bell Russell. It is kind of susceptible to a Sherlock Rogan Garuda team. Keep that in mind. So yeah, I'm not going to talk too much more about this. This is just my kind of like my initial thoughts. I have tried out Assassins. I'll tell you guys right now, the Assassin teams look really, really, really fun. They really do. But don't worry about building them. They're not that great. Trust me, they're very inconsistent. There are better teams out there, and it's not something that you should be going for. We are not in Assassin meta. I will stress this, can't stress this enough. Right now, we are not in an Assassin meta. We are in a Sherlock meta still with Carries, Garuda, and Russell, supplemented by Belrains, Rogans, Drakes, and Roz possibly, maybe a Faithblade, maybe a Thaqua. Those other niche heroes, maybe a Nakia. I did try out Nakia. I'm not liking her too much, but she can do her thing. So yeah, so there's my initial thoughts. I will say that that Rogan is probably going to fit in S minus. I think he's higher than A tier. He's definitely 100% higher than A tier. I don't know if I actually would put him as a legit S tier hero. I think he fits perfectly in S minus. So that means he is less than God tier, but higher than A tier. So that is my initial assessment, and I hope you guys will see this video and make your judgments on it. Essentially, all it is speed manipulation with attack buffs. So he is a support hero with the ability to finish. And thanks for watching today's video, and catch you guys later.